Here are some pro tips for the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale called REDSEC. You can collapse the largest tower in the downtown area by using explosives on the pillars at the bottom. It'll take a few hits for each pillar to be completely destroyed, but if you manage to break 3 out of 4 pillars, the entire building will come crashing to the ground. Very useful to know if there's a team camping at the top or in endgame scenarios. Also, it just looks and sounds really cool. Are you finding yourself coming up against tanks but have got no anti-armor capabilities like RPGs or C4 to hand? Well, did you know that every player in the game, regardless of class, has the ability to sabotage tanks and IFVs? If you get close enough, you will see an interact prompt pop up saying sabotage, and if you see this, quickly press your interact key and you will attach a thermite charge to the tank that will start to damage anyone inside, therefore forcing them to leave or just risk dying on the inside. This is a great way to get people out of armored vehicles as a last ditch attempt, and when they're out of the tank you can of course just shoot them with guns. Easy peasy. If you're playing as an engineer and see one of these large black safes, equip your class gadget, the repair tool, and this will allow you to open the safe and take the contents on the inside. There's usually some good stuff hidden in these things, and I barely see anyone doing this. Make sure to crack them. The orange crates that you find around the map are called class crates, and you can see the class symbols on them. Depending which class opens these determines what loot is on the inside, and it will be favorable for that class. Here, for example, I was playing as recon. I opened this orange class crate and inside is a sniper rifle and a marksman upgrade kit, also claymores and proximity sensor grenades. So the crate is catering towards the class. Another example here, playing as assault, inside was an assault rifle, an AR upgrade kit, stun grenade and breaching projectile launcher. The point is that you can use these quite tactically based on what you and your squad needs at that moment in time. For example, if you're an engineer but you need more AT, you could open it and find anti-tank grenades and sensor mines like here, and if you've already got them, give them to your teammates. Very useful. If you knock someone down and have the opportunity, do a takedown on them with your melee key rather than shooting them. The reason for this is that if performed successfully, the rest of the living members of that enemy squad will be marked for you with a bit of a wallhack spot. See here, I downed an enemy, did a quick takedown, and then I got to see exactly where their squad was through the wall. This enabled me to take them out even though I was outnumbered. So the information that I got from doing the takedown gave me the tactical advantage and allowed me to win that fight. You can change your secondary weapon before you drop in. A lot of people assume that you only get the basic pistol, but if you click on your class and then on the pistol here, it will open up the weapon select menu. Click here where it says secondary and you'll be able to pick any of the secondary weapons that you've unlocked. My personal favorite for Battle Royale is the M44 Magnum. This gives you a lot of firepower off the drop and it hits hard, especially if you go for headshots. Here an enemy player got the drop on me a few seconds after I landed, but because I had the Magnum, I was able to take them out in 3 shots. Try out the Magnum, pretty good option in my opinion. Down the line, others might be better. The drone on the recon class is a very strong gadget in Battle Royale. It can spot targets and mark them for your team, actively or passively, and when you get to level 1 training on the right by earning XP and surviving, it has the ability to drop bombs on people. Yes, you can fly in the air and drop grenades on their heads to deal damage. Super dangerous. You can damage tanks with this too, just for your information, and at level 3 training you can self-destruct it, causing explosive damage to anyone or anything nearby. The ring of fire in this game is deadly and will kill you instantly. I mean that. It doesn't matter what health you're on or how much armor you have either. If you get caught by it, you're dead. Immediately. If you don't want to end up like Vader on Mustafar, avoid that thing like the plague. Slightly related to this, if an airdrop lands on your head, that will also instantly kill you, flat pancake style. No option for a revive either, so make sure to be aware when mission rewards and supply crates are being called in, because they could end your game and your career. You can destroy the crane in the construction site. This is the same as Mirak Valley from multiplayer. All you've got to do is shoot it with 3 or 4 rockets at the counterweight and eventually it will crumble to the ground. So if there's a sniper up there, I think you know what to do. Blow it up and watch them crash to the ground if they stay there. Did you know you can actually select what mission you want if you've got multiple options here? Press your map key and if multiple missions are available, you can click on them with the tab at the top or cycle through them. This will allow you to better inform your decision as it tells you the rewards available and the type of mission it will be. And this is a great way to get your custom weapon drop as quickly as possible. When you've done a couple of missions, usually a custom weapon drop pops up and by cycling through, you can find a mission that will reward that. If you complete a custom weapon drop mission, a weapon drop will land on the map nearby. Go up to it and interact, and this will let you pick one of your own customized weapon builds, up to 8 in total. But how do you select what these weapons are? Well, all you've got to do is when you're in the menu, build a gun that you like and then favorite it. If you do that, it will appear on the list of options to choose from in the weapon drop. If there's another weapon drop, you can get another custom weapon too, so you could run an assault rifle and a sniper rifle. Look out for these counter missions as well. These are PvP missions with good rewards. Here, for example, I accepted a counter mission and it instructed us to kill a nearby player who had almost completed their mission. We killed that player, and because of that, we got to steal their custom weapon drop very quickly. Useful to know. Custom weapon drops will also drop into the level every now and again, so look out for them. So how do you get one of these overpowered vehicles then? Well, first off, you need to accept a mission that shows it's got a golden vehicle keycard as a reward. If you complete that mission, in the airdrop will be a keycard. So make sure that you pick that up and then head to one of the vehicle deploy trucks as seen here. Whichever player has got that keycard, head to the side and interact with the button and it will be inserted. A few moments later, the ramp will deploy, you'll hear some noises, so it could attract nearby players, but the truck will open and inside you'll find a tank or an IFV. Time to have some fun. Now, these things are very powerful in the Battle Royale, but they do have limited ammo and can easily be destroyed and disabled if they're ganged up on. So if you're driving one of these and you need repairs, engineers can fix them with their repair tool, and you can also visit a vehicle supply station, these things here. So park the vehicle next to it and it will repair and resupply your vehicle with ammo so you can get back out into the battlefield. During the opening phases of a round, if you die, you'll have a second chance to automatically redeploy back into the game. So don't quit if you go down straight away. Eventually though, second chances are disabled and you'll see this with a pop-up on the screen. This means if you want to be revived or if you want to go and revive a teammate, you'll need to visit a redeploy tower. You can see these on the map and the icon looks like a parachute. And when you get to it, interact with the console and then stand in the green circle. When you complete the green circle, anyone who's dead will redeploy for free. Keep in mind that the more teammates you have standing in the green circle, the quicker it will go. It's like a conquest point in multiplayer. Pay attention to the training perks on the right for your class. There are some really good ones here as you level up through the match with XP. For example, engineers get aim-guided missiles at level 1. Great for taking out helicopters and tanks because you can aim them after you shoot. Assault get 33% quicker armor replating at level 1, which is huge. If you're somebody who likes to get in a lot of fights in REDSEC and find themselves plating a lot, consider playing as Assault. This will allow you to get in and out of fights much faster as you'll be topping up your armor at a rapid pace. Related to this, if you find intel cases scattered around, pick them up. These will grant you big chunks of XP and accelerate your training so you get the good perks on the right faster. What are weapon upgrade kits and how do you use them? Doesn't really teach you. Well, simply put, these are upgrade kits for each class of weapon and you can use them if you're carrying the correct weapon. It's going to improve it. So here, for example, I found an MG upgrade kit and I'm carrying an MG. So now if I go to my inventory and I select my MG and press spacebar on PC, X on PS5 or A on Xbox, it will open an upgrade menu. And now I can choose what I want to upgrade. In this case, it was the capacity or recoil. And it also shows me how the stats will be modified. In this case, I opted to upgrade the recoil, which came with some other benefits for the gun too. So use your weapon upgrades or drop them to squad mates if you find them for guns that you aren't carrying. You might not have seen these yet, but there are several of these scattered throughout the level. These are zipline launchers, big yellow towers that when you interact with them, propel you into the sky. Use these if you want to quickly get some height and parachute at the top to glide over to a new location. They don't send you insanely high into the sky, but they can be useful, especially when completing missions or getting away from the firestorm. If you get a Decrypt mission and pick up one of these beacons, you might be scratching your head thinking, well, how do I complete it? Well, you might not have realized that if you sprint when you're carrying this, it loses signal and makes no progress. So in order to complete this mission faster, either stand still or move slower. You can also crouch sprint and carry on progress, but the fastest way is to literally not move at all until it finishes. The M320 grenade launcher on the Assault class might feel quite useless in multiplayer, but in Battle Royale, it gets really strong when you hit level 3 training. Every explosion creates 5 additional submunition explosions afterwards, and can easily down multiple opponents. So try it out, you won't be disappointed, it's very strong in BR at this training level. If you get the signal hack mission where you have to align 2 antennas, it can be a bit confusing at first. Essentially, you've got to move your aim around when you're on the antenna until the bar at the bottom reaches 100% signal strength. However, if you just look for this blue box with a radio on top, which will be nearby, you can just aim at that and instantly complete the mission without bothering to look at the bar at the bottom. The blue box is basically the objective that you need to point both antennas at. So use a combination of both and complete this mission quickly. If you're struggling to find any loot crates, there's actually a lot of vehicles that can be opened at the back that contain specific loot types and guns. Paramedic ambulances, for example, contain defibs and support items, often armor plates too. These brown military trucks have weapons, armor and explosives. The larger orange demolition vans often have anti-tank gear like mines, AV grenades, call-ins, airdrops and mortars. and small next level defense orange vans have guns, armor, ammo, and utility. So open the back of vehicles if you can basically, and you might just get what you're looking for if you're short on loot. And finally, if you look hard enough, you might find special gold weapons hidden around. Here, for example, on the south coastal rocks, I discovered a gold assault rifle called Dima's Vengeance. It's maxed out on attachments and very powerful, and this is probably a reference to Dima from Battlefield 3 and 4 in the campaign. What a guy. Nice callback. And that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something new. If you did, drop a like below. Cheers. If you pick up anything on the EA app like BF6 or in-game Battlefield coins, do consider using my code JackFrags as a promo code and I'll get a bit of a kickback for that. Thank you. Subscribe if you're new here and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.